What just went down on Wall Street, folks? It's been a wild ride. The tech giants are on the move. The AAPL, TSLA, NVDA, MSFT, and Amazon, the biggest names in the game. We're talking massive swings, surprises, and shifts in power. Get ready for the hottest takes, the biggest winners and losers, and the inside scoop on what's fueling the market's next big move. Buckle up, it's time to recap the day's action. Hey everyone, let's take a look at Apple's chart here. Apple is currently trading at $326.59, down 2.14% on the day. Not a great day for shareholders. Look at this move, it's actually coming off its 52-week high of $334.99, so we're seeing a bit of a pullback here. Volume is massive, over 51 million shares traded, so there's a lot of interest in this stock right now. This is exactly the kind of setup traders watch for, a high-volume pullback after a big run-up. Now I want to point out the trend. We've got a clear upward trend here with this stock, but we're seeing some momentum slow down, which is natural after a big push upwards. We're still well above the 52-week low of 244.23, so that's a positive sign. With this kind of movement, it's essential to keep an eye on the charts. This is not financial advice. Always do your own research before investing. Wow, look at this move on Tesla. It's down 2.96% today, currently trading at $369.57, and you can see the volume is incredibly high at over 32 million shares traded. This is exactly the kind of setup traders watch for, a high-volume move that could indicate a shift in momentum. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, is this the start of a bigger downtrend? Well, let's take a look at the bigger picture. We're still well above the 52-week low of $337.24, but we're also off from the 52-week high of $453.40. One thing that catches my eye is that we're testing a potential support level here, and if we break below this, we could see a further drop. But for now, it's all about this $369.57 mark. Can it hold? This is not financial advice. Always do your own research before investing. Let's take a look at NVDA Corporation, ticker symbol NVDA, currently trading at 203.28, basically flat on the day with a 0.23% change. Not a whole lot of movement, but that's not to say this stock hasn't been on a wild ride. I mean, look at the 52-week range. We're talking from a low of 164.08 all the way up to a high of 236.26. That's a significant swing. Now, the volume is what really catches my eye. 87,644,878 shares traded. That's a lot of activity, indicating a lot of interest in this stock. This is exactly the kind of setup traders watch for, a high-volume stock that's been consolidating, possibly setting up for its next move. If we look at the trend, NVIDIA has been trending upwards over the past year, and this current price is still below that 52-week high of 236.26, which could be seen as a level of resistance. Look at this move, it's a stock that's shown it can make big runs, so it's definitely one to keep an eye on. This is not financial advice. Always do your own research before investing. Wow, look at this move on Microsoft Corporation. Microsoft is up 2.15% today, trading at 402.29, and I love what I'm seeing here. The volume is huge, 27 million shares traded. That's a lot of activity, and it tells me there's a lot of interest in this stock right now. Now, if we take a step back, we see that Microsoft is still well off its 52-week high of 481.6, but it's also significantly above its 52-week low of 349.2, so there's been a nice bounce. This is exactly the kind of setup traders watch for, a stock that's had a pullback, but is now showing some serious momentum. I mean, just look at that current price, it's moving, and with that kind of volume, it suggests to me that we're seeing a bit of a trend reversal here. The fact that it's holding above that 52-week low support level is also a good sign, indicating that investors are still bullish on the stock. This is not financial advice. Always do your own research before investing. Alright, let's take a look at Amazon, ticker symbol Amazon, current price sitting at $249.99. That's a 1.12% move today. Look at this move, it's a pretty solid gain, especially considering the overall market sentiment lately. Now, if we look back at the 52-week high, we're talking about 278.56, so it's still got some room to run if it wants to get back up to those levels. On the other hand, the 52-week low is 196.0, so we've come a long way from there. Volume is also looking pretty healthy, 30,630,782 shares traded, that's a lot of activity. This is exactly the kind of setup traders watch for, a strong stock with a lot of interest. One thing that jumps out at me is the potential support level around the 52-week low. If it can hold above that, that's a pretty bullish sign. Now, taking a step back, it's clear Amazon is still off its highs, but with this kind of momentum, it's definitely one to keep an eye on. This is not financial advice, always do your own research before investing. Thanks for tuning in to today's market recap. Don't miss out on tomorrow's action. Subscribe now and hit that notification bell to stay ahead of the market. We'll see you in the next video.